Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat.
Today, we're diving into one of the most intense conflicts gripping the Middle East, the recent showdown between Iran and Israel. This isn't just another regional spat, it's a clash that's been simmering for decades and has now exploded into direct military confrontations, raising fears of a full-scale war. Over the next 20 to 25 minutes, we'll unravel the history behind this rivalry, break down the latest attacks, explore what the world thinks, and speculate on what might happen next. If you're into geopolitics or just want to stay informed, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Let's rewind a bit. The Iran-Israel conflict traces back to the 1979 Islamic Revolution, when Iran's new leadership under Ayatollah Khomeini turned against Israel, once a quiet ally under the Shah. Before that, Iran recognized Israel in 1948 and even supplied oil through a secret pipeline, driven by a shared wariness of Arab powers. But post-revolution, Iran branded Israel the Little Satan and began supporting groups like Hezbollah and Hamas, turning the rivalry into a proxy war. Fast forward to the 2000s, with Israel targeting Iran's nuclear ambitions through assassinations and cyberattacks, while Iran backed militias across Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza. The 7th of October, 2023, Hamas attack on Israel, killing nearly 1,200, ignited the Gaza war and pulled Iran's proxies deeper into the fray, setting the stage for today's direct clashes. The turning point came in 2024. On the 1st of April, Israel bombed an Iranian consulate in Damascus, killing senior IRGC commanders like Mohammad Reza Zahedi, a move Iran couldn't ignore. On the 13th of April, Iran retaliated with over 300 drones and missiles, a historic first direct attack from its soil, targeting Israel. The US, UK, France, and Jordan helped intercept nearly all of them, limiting damage to a Bedouin girl's injury. Israel responded on the 19th of April with limited strikes in Iran, signaling de-escalation, and Iran held back. But tensions flared again in October when Iran launched 180 ballistic missiles on the 1st of October, following Israeli assassinations of Hezbollah's Hassan Nasrallah and IRGC's Abbas Nilfarushan. Israel hit back on the 26th of October with airstrikes on Iranian missile sites, and the cycle continued. Then, just last night, the 13th of June, Israel launched a major assault on Iran's nuclear facilities, missile factories, and military leaders, killing figures like Hossein Salami. Iran fired back with drones and missiles hitting Tel Aviv, wounding dozens, pushing this conflict to new heights. What's driving these attacks? Israel sees Iran's nuclear program nearing weapon capability, despite international pressure as an existential threat, especially after Tehran enriched uranium to 60% purity by 2024. Iran, meanwhile, views Israel's strikes as provocations, using its axis of resistance proxies to deter while avoiding all-out war. The latest Israeli strike targeted Natanz and Parchin, aiming to cripple Iran's nuclear progress, while Iran's retaliation focused on Israeli air bases like Nevatim. Both sides are playing a dangerous game of retaliation, with Iran's IRGC vowing a crushing response, and Israel's Netanyahu calling for regime change in Tehran. Military analysts note Israel's success in degrading Iran's air defenses, but Iran's missile barrages show resilience, creating a volatile stalemate. The world is watching closely. The US has backed Israel with intelligence and defense support, intercepting Iranian drones in April and positioning warships now, though President Trump has avoided direct involvement, urging diplomacy. European leaders like France's Macron push for ceasefires, while Russia's Putin, after condemning Israel's 13th of June strike, mediates with Iran's Khamenei to avoid civilian targets. Arab states, from Saudi Arabia to Egypt, fear escalation disrupting oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz where Iran seized an Israeli-linked ship in April urging restraint. India, alarmed by regional instability, seeks US support against Iran's ally Pakistan, while China quietly backs Iran to counter US influence. The UN Security Council met urgently, but divisions stall action, leaving the region on edge. What's next? Iran's delayed counterstrike suggests it's regrouping, possibly targeting US bases if Israel escalates further. Israel might hit Iran's oil infrastructure. Spiking global prices, crude oil jumped 8% today, a push for a ground offensive with US help if Iran's nuclear threshold is crossed. A broader war could draw in Hezbollah, the Houthis, and even Russia, though analysts see a 2026 ceasefire as likely if diplomacy revives. For now, civilians in Tehran and Tel Aviv face blackouts and fear, with Iran's economy strained by sanctions and Israel's north disrupted by Hezbollah rockets. This conflict's legacy could redefine Middle East power for better or worse.